Welcome to the Ninth Island with your host, Simone Raider, and I have a special guest with me, none other than Cyrus Habibi-Likio. I was going to say, I was practicing it the whole time.
Likio.
Likio. No, it's not Likio. It's not. Oh, it is like Likio.
I know. I grew up with hella Samoans. Anyways. Yep.
No, so hey, man, of course, man, I appreciate you coming on the show, man. I know you a man of many talents. First and foremost, how you doing, man? How's everything going?
Doing well, man. Blessed. Watched a great Super Bowl, man. I'm feeling good. Family's good. Everything's good, man. Blessed. Can't complain.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that. That's good to hear, though. But you know, like, where did you end up watching the Super Bowl at?
I was gonna go to Sahara, like where
Common,
yeah, they were having their little watch party, but I just ended up going to some friend's house.
Okay.
In my community, and they threw down, so I'm glad I went. Steaks, sliders, everything, bro.
Oh, that's good though. That's good that you have friends. I ended up at the stadium. It was like a last minute thing. Like it was like they invited us. Like, oh heck yeah.
Wait,
I didn't have to.
Old?
No, yeah. I was like, I didn't have to cook nothing or anything. Just show up and just eat and watch Super Bowl. I love the Super Bowl.
They had it on the big screen.
Yeah. They had it on the screen. They had food and drinks. Some players were there, so
Everybody
it was cool.
Was cheering when the Chiefs.
Hell yeah, bro! It felt like we were joking around. It was like this is everybody's Super Bowl right here, especially with Raider fans, dog.
I'm glad.
What'd you think about the Super Bowl though?
It was cool. In the beginning, I was more like, no matter what, the Chiefs. Like people are like, who you gonna go for? I'm like, Chiefs are gonna win no matter what. Like,
yeah.
Just cause I'm not really big into like rigged situations, but after this year, I was kind of like, man, it could be a little bit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It kind of seems like there's a script there.
Yeah, just a small one. But I have a lot of friends on both sides, like in my agency as well. So I was like, whoever wins, wins. But I'm glad kind of the Eagles. I feel like they were more deserving. They wanted it more.
Oh,
so
bro.
Whoever wants it more, I'll cheer for it. Give it to them.
No, I was happy that they won though too. I want to talk about this real quick because I know a lot of people are on both sides of it. The halftime shows.
Oh
like,
yeah. I like. Oh no. So okay, before we talk about that, like I got in an argument. I posted on my story.
Yeah.
On Facebook with some random lady, like a mutual friend.
Yeah.
And she was like, "This was the better performance than MJ."
I seen that.
I was like, all right, bro. Like, okay, I get the symbolism, like that's cool and all, but bro, don't put MJ and
don't ever disrespect
and Kendrick in the
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but it was cool. Like, it was dope. I thought the symbolism, everything was cool. Like, I guess there's a lot more deeper meaning. And I keep going on Twitter, and everyone's like, "But y'all don't really understand the deeper meaning." And I'm like, okay, can you tell me the deeper meaning?
What is the deeper meaning here, guys?
Yeah, but. That was cool, and I think I read something. He's like the first like solo rapper to bring any other rapper, which was pretty dope. But for me, because I love music, all types of music, from reggae to country to rap. I feel like if you would have asked me, like, even at the beginning of 2024, if Kendrick Lamar would ever perform at a Super Bowl, I would tell you no. Like, I feel like he skipped jumped in line, which is cool. Like, but I was like, dang, like that's crazy, which is great for him. But I was like, holy crap, like I feel like it was like all directed at Drake too. I was like, bro, you're from the West Coast. You could have put on a little bit more for us. Like
it seemed more of a a final hit at Drake, you know, like final diss at Drake though.
Like if someone gave me the opportunity in my lifetime, I'm not gonna use it to hate on like my enemy, but whatever.
Because I think that's what kind of got him there, and I think him just doubling down on it. I think that's why a lot of people feel like it's, well, some people say the worst, but I guess some people were thinking it was mid because he didn't like play even all his old tracks too, you know, like that we all like grew up loving. Yeah. It was more of the new stuff that was all kind of directed at Drake and just. But yeah.
I mean, it's just marketing wise, it's great because now you got a lot of controversy too.
Yeah.
Even us, we're talking about it right now. So
I
think from a marketing standpoint and like what we do, I think it was genius.
Yeah. And then I seen some clips of Drake and what he was doing to the Super Bowl. He had a whole concert and wasn't even worried about it.
For real?
Oh yeah, he had his own concert. So if people are like comparing it now, they're like, look at Drake is not even fazed by it. I think it was like overseas and. Like, you know, the crowd is Australia, something like that, and it was like lit, and then it was like, oh, look at Kendrick at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he probably wasn't bothered, and then he goes backstage, start crying.
Damn, bro. No, for us, he probably did. But with that though, I just wanted to ask you two questions. If you could book somebody for a halftime show, who would it be? You're like a dream person that hasn't done it yet.
First, I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. No. Nah.
Lord.
Who would I book personally? And is it just like for me, or do I have to worry about everyone else liking them too?
You.
Probably Bob Marley.
Oh, okay.
Like or is it now current?
Okay, all time Bob. Okay,
All time probably Bob, just cause I
yeah.
never got to see him perform. Right now, cause I'm a country guy. I mean, nah, I'm more a reggae guy.
Okay.
Reggae guy. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I like UB40. So if it was up to me, UB40. But the main singer, not like.
Not everybody else.
Yeah, they're separated now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Why? My mom was like, "I'm gonna go watch UB40 back home."
Yeah,
and it was the brothers and the backup because they split up.
Yeah,
and they were doing the covers, bro. It sounds so bad. It didn't sound like the main dude. But nah, I would like that, to be honest.
Yeah,
I reggae to I only listen to reggae, so probably UB40.
I think it's only a matter of time. Maybe one of these days we'll get like a poly artist out there, huh?
That'd be crazy. Doubt it.
I think it'd be crazy.
Like you know what? I could see within the next 10 years, like the route they're going. I could see Common Kings.
They seem like
everybody right now. Like they're kind of like I feel like their music
is universal.
It reaches like every type of race, everything, background, everything. So I could see them doing it. Shout out to them.
My person, since I'm a big MJ fan, that's like my favorite all time. I would love to see Chris Brown do one. I think he got all the hits. Like Chris Brown would be crazy, but a lot of people like with Jay-Z like up there. I don't think that he'll ever, ever see a Super Bowl halftime.
I didn't even know Jay-Z was like,
because Apple,
that's crazy.
Yeah, so I was like, he's only gonna put his friends on there. Though,
Maybe he told him to take shots at Drake. Say, make sure you do the song.
Yeah. I want to take a quick moment right now to give a huge shout out to the newest sponsor to the podcast. We have partnered up with SeatConnect. Now, this is a new ticket exchange app that will be launching this spring on the App Store and Google Play. SeatConnect is unique because it's a social marketplace powered by the fans for the fans, similar to the Facebook groups. But the difference being that this app will provide a secure transaction, ensuring no one gets scammed. SeatConnect will be a platform for buying, selling, swapping, and connecting with other ticket holders. This will be rolling out here in Las Vegas first for all events at Allegiant Stadium, with plans to expand to other venues and locations. So if you want to be one of the first to access this app once it does launch, then head over to SeatConnect.com and sign up today. Also follow them on social media at SeatConnect, because we're going to be partnering and doing a lot of giveaways in the future, giving away Raider tickets, giving away some access to a lot of great things for this upcoming season, so you definitely don't want to miss out on that. So if you guys are looking for a better alternative to connect to other fans, Raider fans, and buy tickets directly without any of the unnecessary fees, then this is the app for you. You started with football. I know that's what you started with before the content. What made you want to play football?
Yeah, I think just coming from a Polynesian background, like all my whole family, they played football. My dad too was he had full rides to a bunch of places. Ended up staying back to take care of me. Like my mom was pregnant at the time, so he didn't really put the pressure on me. But I learned the story, and I think that kind of like I could see that he was living through me as well, if that makes sense. So I was like, all right, I definitely got to play football. So I started playing when I was 8 years old. Still playing now. I haven't looked back since.
What keeps you wanting to play though, even to this day?
Yeah, I think someone had told me a while back, because when I got to Oregon, I was, I don't know, not stressed out, but I would just take it super serious. And someone had told me, like, football started off as a game. It started off in the street, playing catch, playing two-hand touch, tackle, whatever. Like, treat it the same, always have fun. Like, at the end of the day, it's just a game. And so for me, I like to have fun, bruh. Yeah. So I just tell myself, just always have fun with it. And I still feel like I'm 26 now. I still feel like my body's like I'm still getting better, like faster, stronger. So I'm like, dude, I just ride it out, because by the time I'm like 40, I'm gonna be like, if I stop now, I'll be like, man, I could have played till like 31 or whatever. So I don't want any doubt or regret.
Yeah, might as well make the most out of it, right?
Yeah.
And you went from St. Francis, right, to Oregon. What was that decision that you made, like, to go there? I know Oregon, like, especially amongst the poly community, is always one of those schools, like USC, one of those big poly schools. But what was that decision like going there, and then how was it even just playing there?
Yeah, so like for me, because I grew up obviously St. Francis is right by Stanford,
Hmm.
so I'd only go to the Stanford games to watch Oregon because I like the uniforms, the
Yeah,
speed offense, all that. And like when I was growing up was like the Chip Kelly era, so it was like,
yeah,
they
yeah.
were going crazy. So I really liked them. It was my dream school. When I got there, I was like, when I was making my decision, I was like, I got to go somewhere. If the coaching staff left tomorrow, I would still love, right? So
Oh, yep.
Oregon was the only place I felt like that. I was like, I'll stay here. But playing there, bro, when I say like, people ask like, oh, well, bro, what's it like playing at Oregon? Like when you think of like when you're young and you think of like playing at a high level or getting a scholarship, like what you dream of, everything you dream of is at Oregon. Like
Yeah.
everything, bro. Like we were eating steak and lobster every night. I didn't wear the same uniform twice.
Bro, they
Like,
got it good there, bro.
bro, we got it great, bro. Crazy, bro. Like it was almost like it was so good that like we had like a campus for our facilities. Like it was almost annoying. Like you had to like go to another building to get training or like treatment, go to
Mhm.
another building like to get, get a lift in, things like that. So it was like almost it's so good that it's that good that it's almost inconvenient. That's how good and flashy and
It's
like
like,
how much money we got. Yeah.
yeah. Is that where the headquarters is at, or near
It's
there?
it's in like Beaverton. Portland is like hour and a half away up
Oh, okay,
north.
okay, okay.
But it's literally like kind of built almost it's like there's some buildings that are similar. Like you can tell they mirrored off the
Yeah.
headquarters. So yeah.
So I know you being at Oregon, I know you probably ran across a lot of NFL players right now, and I know you talked to me about it. But like, who are some of the standouts that people don't know that you played with or got to play
Ooh,
it
yeah,
with?
yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
I mean, obviously Panay Sewell, I say hands down, pound for pound, is the best football player I've ever played with. Justin Herbert was my quarterback. Kayvon Thibodeau,
Yeah,
DN for
with
the
the
Giants.
Giants,
Diamador Lenore, right, just signed like a $92 million
the
contract with
Niners.
the Niners. Troy Dye, guy plays for the Chargers.
Well, even Javon Holland, right?
Yeah, Javon Holland
Yeah,
too. And then when I mean that's just at Oregon. I played some guys at Boise as well, like
yeah, yeah.
But dude, now that I look back, bro, it's crazy because like I was just I'll like have the game on in the background. I'm doing something and I'll hear like Javon Holland like pick six or I look and be like
That's my boy
yeah,
right there.
Javon,
Yeah,
So yeah, bro. But yeah, man, it's dope. It's dope to see.
yeah. What was your favorite thing at Oregon?
I'm not gonna lie, I was in love with like the status of it, like being at Oregon, like
Yeah.
just being able to like just because it was my dream school, like I
Mhm.
love nothing more than walking in the airport. I got my gear on, I got my
Like,
bag.
yeah, I
Oh,
play
you
for them.
play? Like, yeah, what do you mean I play, bro? Like, yup. So for me, just I think the standard, and I think that's with like schools like Texas, Georgia, like
Yeah.
that standard of like being at one of the best schools in the nation is like I think that was my favorite part about
Hmm.
being at Oregon, just the status of it and being able to carry that title for me was everything.
Yeah. No, I always looked at them like as one of those big schools, especially like amongst polys. Like even before like you
Yeah.
got there, like Marcus was like big for
Yeah.
us, like
Yeah,
a
facts.
quarterback, a small quarterback, and to see what he did in his time there. And shout out Chip Kelly, that's my OC right there now.
Yup,
So
yup,
we got a
yup,
little bit of
yup.
Oregon ties over here, but
Exactly.
I mean that's dope though, and it's definitely like a card you could pull out. Like yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, man. Even now to this day, like
Yeah,
it's a dope like I don't know, man. It's just something that is you can walk
yeah,
around kind of proud of,
yeah.
like
Because
oh
not
you played
everybody
at
gets to
Oregon,
go there.
yeah,
Yeah, not
right.
everybody
And
gets to go to Oregon.
and what was crazy was like for me is like I was in love with the status and everything, but at the same time like I kind of like took it for granted
Yeah.
for granted, but because like for me I was just like downplaying it myself, like like trying to
Yeah.
play the humble. I'll probably we could be
Yeah.
kind of, but I wish more that I was how do I say it? I just took more advantage of it. Like
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
I'm here at Oregon, like I shouldn't take this nap in between class. I should go get a lift in because I'm at
Yeah.
the best facilities in the world. Like I wish I took more advantage of it.
No, I feel it.
Yeah.
So what made you want to go from there to Boise State?
Yeah, so a big thing was my D coordinator took the head coaching job at Boise, and he took pretty much like the academic people, some weight room people, and then at Oregon, which we're pretty known for, is we have like a rotation with the running backs.
Yeah.
Usually like a 2-3.
Yeah.
They had Kenyon Barner, Michael James. They're rotating.
Mhm.
Us, it was me and two others, and we all kind of had our own roles. I was the power back, or when it came to like passing downs,
Yeah.
things like that. And then we had a scat back, and then kind of a guy, kind of everything
Yeah.
back. So for me, I just wanted to show more versatility to be able to go to the NFL. So like when I went to Boise, that was like the main reason. There was no other, like nothing. Like I was so sad I left Oregon, bro. Oh, bro, I was sick. But like I had to do what was best, and then I ended up going to Boise, and like even catching, I had more catches, twice the amount of catches I had in my Oregon career.
Yeah.
One season at Boise. So like that just shows like I was able to show more versatility.
Yeah, it was more opportunity for you.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, just that's the reason I wanted to go. But I was sick. I ain't gonna lie.
At least you got to play on the blue turf. How was the blue turf?
Blue turf's sick, bro. I
Yeah.
love Boise. Yeah, Boise's dope. It's obviously not as like bells and whistles, shiny, like as much money as Oregon, but bro, those I ain't gonna lie, those guys over there can easily play in whatever league or competition that Oregon plays in. So they're dope, bro. It was dope. It was a great experience. I think they're another big time college. Right?
Yeah.
Not obviously the biggest, but blue turf is dope. When I first got there, bro, like when I was running routes and stuff, I had to like before the play, I had to come out the huddle and like kind of count like, okay, 10 yards right there. Like it's kind of trippy.
Because it's hard to, yeah.
And you get used to it, bro.
Damn.
Like, bro, even we come out to practice, bro, be like dead birds on the floor because they be diving. They think it's water.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. RIP to the birds out there, dog.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, bro, that's how trippy. Yeah, bro, that's how trippy it is, bro. Like, I got there, I was like, oh, shoot. And I can't imagine because we wear the same, we're all blue. So
Yeah.
same color as the turf. I'm like, bro, if I was on defense, like against Boise, I'd be like, bro, like it's so unfair. Yeah, like that's crazy.
It is crazy because my nephew plays at EDO. So they got the all red turf. Yeah, so it's kind of like weird. But the blue turf has always been like synonymous with a lot of football fans.
Yeah.
Even like I didn't know Boise State, but I always knew their turf because NCAA and all that.
They were kind of like the first
to do that. Yeah. You are a running back. I mean, played running back for Boise, and of course, Ashton Dempsey has been the #1 running back this year. Like going into the NFL, do you feel like he should have won the Heisman, or they gave it to the right guy?
Man, that's always a tough question. Just being an alum and being at the position, I think yes, in my opinion, but it would have been. I think it would have like been clean. Actually, you don't know. It's a popularity contest too. Like Travis does a great job marketing himself. He streams. He does everything. So he's very versatile, but it is a football award, right? So I get it. But if he would have broke Barry Sanders' record, it would have. I think it would have been like clean cut. Like, you know what I'm saying? But he still did something that was like generational.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, I think yes, just because you
gotta hold it down for your team, dog.
Bro, I never forget. Like, so I left, and then he came.
And dang!
And when I left, he came, and I remember my boys hit me up like, bro, there's this little running back, bro, like from Texas.
He's small though.
Yeah, they're like, bro, this dude, like, because you don't do football right when you get there, right? You work. Bro, he like squatting 600 pounds, bro. He like 17 years old. I was like, bro, for real? Like, bro, this dude's an animal in the weight room. And I was sticking my head, I'm like, all right, like, let's see how it transitions to the field.
Yeah. Bro, I just met him over there in New Orleans.
Small, huh?
Yeah, I took a picture. Like, dude, it's small. Like, dang, you can't.
The hardest dudes to tackle.
Yeah, and you wouldn't think that this guy on field just looks like a beast. So you can definitely say that you paved the way for Ashton.
Ashton, bro. You know what's going on,
You got to thank this guy right here.
Thank me, man. Nah. But he's a beast. I think he'll do well. I just think when you're that physical, that patient, that fast, that strong, you got to do somewhat well in the league.
Yeah.
So if he just stays the course, doesn't try to change too much, bro, he'll do well.
Yeah. So and then from there, like, what was the journey to the NFL after Boise State?
Yeah. So. Did my pro day, did all that. I was in camp with the Niners, was with them, kind of waiting to see, what would go on. But they had signed, what's his name? Drafted second round, Ty Davis Pierce. He's like an LSU guy.
Okay.
So I knew, I was like, dude has guaranteed money, like kind of iffy, and they were full on roster spots. So I was with them for a bit. And then I was also with the Texans for a little bit. So I was just kind of bouncing around. Like, that was never, like, solidified, like, got to play in a game or anything, but just the camp life, bro. It was like, Adrian would be like, hey, like, I'll never forget with Texans, he's like, hey, you have a red-eye flight, to Houston for a workout. Like,
Hmm.
get on right, like, tonight.
Yeah, it's just so fast
Like,
paced.
oh
Yeah.
shoot, like, like, dang. So, was living that life, and then bouncing around, and then finally I was like, you know what, like, I don't want to wait around or bounce around
Yeah.
without playing. So, the USFL, it was that's before they merged with the
Yeah.
XFL. That came along, and they're like, you can play, get film. It's like, cool. Played a little bit. I came late in the season, and then last year when they merged, they combined UFL is when I went to the UFL, and that's what I'm playing in now.
Yeah, yeah. So I do want to talk about the NFL journey real quick. So you were undrafted free agent
Yeah,
going into. So how's that process? Because I always hear about it. I cover the Raiders a lot.
yeah,
Is it they give you different teams that want to bring you in, and
yeah.
then you
So
choose?
yeah, so like we always say, in my agency we talked about it. Like, if you go seventh round, it kind of sucks, because like, if you're an undrafted free agent, you're basically like a seventh round guy, but you get to pick,
Choose, yeah,
right? Like, if you're a seventh rounder, it's like you got to go there. I mean, I'm sure they'll treat you a little bit better, but it's kind of all the same. So,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, you basically, and some teams will offer more money than others. Um, but it's just like, honestly, I would say the undrafted free agent is, well, it's like college now, like money, where you
yeah.
want to go, this and that. So it's like the college recruiting process, like from high school to college, is it's kind of the same thing.
Did you have any other offers on there other than
Yeah, I
Niners?
had it was Niners and the Eagles.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
and bro, now I look back, like, I think they didn't have as much any like running backs or depth, but I'm from literally my backyard is the Niners stadium, so I'm
Uh-huh.
like, I want to go home, this and that, blah blah blah. But
No,
yeah,
I feel it. I feel. Hey, everything happened for a reason. So I know, like you said, you play for the USFL, but recently for the UFL, the Showboats, right?
yeah, Memphis Showboats.
How was that process? How was it playing for like the UFL compared to like even college or?
Yeah, um, I think that I think the UFL, like the USFL, when I went there, like, great competition. I would say probably at all times there's probably like 5, 6 guys on the field that can play in the NFL. If that makes
Mm,
sense. Like,
yeah,
at all times. So you're playing against NFL competition, just not all 11 guys. If that makes sense. Um, it was I think they did a better job with the UFL being more organized. I think because they're not competing with another spring league.
yeah,
So I think that was the biggest thing, was just organization, right? And the pay is decent. I mean, even like weekly, get like around like 6 bands a week, which is
yeah,
not, it's not horrible, right? It's still,
yeah, and you get to still play the
yeah, right,
game.
and still
Yeah,
play. So it's a little 10-week season, make some money real quick, and then whatever happens after.
yeah, and it's only gonna grow as much as
Yeah,
the seasons go on. Now, you know.
I think The Rock, man, I think just him. I think anything he touches now, for how well he's doing,
Yeah.
it'll grow somehow.
Have you ever met him?
I'm not,
Nah, not
nah,
yet.
nah, I haven't.
Catch him passing. Oops. No, I'm just
Yeah,
joking.
no, facts. Nah. I haven't met him, but I know he goes to some of the games, but he's also always like or filming. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
we'll see. But I don't know what I'd do if I saw him. I would probably
Bro, I don't even know. I'll be like, man, one day I'll meet him, but I don't even know what I'd say.
just like, what's up, bro?
I want to say something to make him think about me, bro.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
something funny, like, okay, but I don't know what he
Yeah,
hasn't heard already. But, you go from there. And then last year when I met you, you kind of dabble with rugby
yeah,
and rugby league. So how was that? And
yeah.
how was that process?
It was good. I ended up playing, which is it'll be a year from now, which is crazy. At the end of this month, they do like a tournament
Hmm.
when the NRL comes. So they do it, like, all the best teams in the U.S. They come, and whatever they play. I just went and messed around in it. I was like, all
I
right, I'll
remember,
just,
yeah.
like, stay in shape for football, UFL, like, it'll come up, waiting for a call, whatever. And I was like, I'll just go play. Ended up doing really well. There was an Australian agency.
That's
They're
crazy.
like, oh, yeah, we got to get you going. Like, whatever. I signed to them, everything. And then I was just waiting. I ended up getting a contract from a team in Leeds, like England.
Dang.
And whatever, they showed me the contract, everything ready to go, but I couldn't get my working visa.
Dang.
And I heard, like, especially, and then they tried to get me to Australia, and it was super hard, like, to get. So, like,
Dang, that's
yeah,
crazy.
so visas are hard, especially like if you're earning money in the country. It's like hard, which it happens a lot, but that was like the main reason I couldn't go.
Yeah.
They got an immigration lawyer, everything, like 20 grand deep. Yeah, bro.
Dang.
I was like, I kind of felt bad. I was like, dang. But at the same time, I'm like, bro, like, we'll make it back and more. Like, I'll be the first. I would have been like the first American to play.
Yeah.
You know? And like, I was obviously have some marketing and social media done. So I was like, it'll come back. Like, well, I want to be like the flashy American. That's all I wanted. Like a football player. Like,
and that's one thing is marketing yourself nowadays, especially with football. And like you said earlier with Travis Hunter, like, content has been like blowing up even more, and now these players can make like not only a name for themselves on the field but off the field. Like, it's crazy. So I want to take a moment right now and give a huge shout out to one of the sponsors of this episode, Bula Pies Fiji. They've got some of the best meat pies in the world, and my Fitz can attest to that.
Yep, I ate it for like 3 months straight.
Discover the taste of Fiji in every single bite, and I'm not talking about the artist.
Oh,
They've also got an app now that you can download in the App Store, Bula Pies Fiji. If you guys are looking for that meat, go and download the app today and let them know that the Uso sent you guys. Also, if you guys are on social media, don't forget to follow them at bula.pies.fiji. So I want to talk about the content, man. I know, over 100,000 on social media, on different platforms.
Yeah.
So what made you want to start the content, though?
Yeah, so when I was at Oregon, I was doing YouTube a little bit, and which I wish I took more content and took it more serious. But I started doing YouTube, and I got like, not in trouble, but warned. Like, same thing with like Destroying.
Oh, damn.
So him and I kind of had the same situation, but he ended up like
just doing the content full time.
But at the same time, it's like, for me, bro, I was a running back, one of the starting running backs at Oregon. Like, I can't give that up, bro.
Yeah.
But like, now that I look back, I'm like, dude, I could have. Like, look at Destroying now, all right?
I mean, he took a chance on himself.
Yeah,
like you said, it's
hard though, bro.
It's really hard to give that up.
Oh man, bro, and especially like I got old school. Both my parents, were born in their country, so like my cultures on both sides, very like, man, just do it the right way,
Yeah.
So, don't take that risk, which I totally understand. But yeah, so I kind of was dabbling a little bit with it, and then. Wanted to do the same thing at Boise, but it's kind of the same. So then, not till pretty much beginning of 2024, end of 2023 is when I started like taking content serious. And yeah, it was like, I started off with like 10K, 15K followers. And it shot up. And I'll be honest, bro, like, I really enjoy it. It's something I really want to do full time, but I don't know why. Like, I just be like forgetting to post.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be like, I need to take it more serious.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we both, like, same with you. Like, we get the views, we get the engagement. It's just like staying consistent. That's the hardest thing with content.
Yeah.
Like, staying consistent. So I think this year is a year I want to like actually take it serious, because I never really took it like, like, I'm gonna go all in on it. And it's still done well, but not as well as I wanted to. So
yeah. So where does the ideas come from though? Like
the skits.
The skits and like especially with the football ones, and especially the Patrick Mahomes ones. I know those ones get the most engagement
for sure,
because you do it so well though.
Bro, because that one had come from like, we were working out with one of my homies, and he was like we were doing I was doing like QB cadences, like and they were blowing up. They're doing well, like a couple millions of views. And then I was gonna do Patrick Mahomes. He's like, bro, he'd be like, but he didn't really do it like 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 this. And he's like, bro, you look exactly like it. I was like, all right, I'll think about it. And then one day, bro, I was like, you know what? I had a tripod. I was at the field.
Yeah.
I was like, I had a tripod. I'll just do some walks and mess around for fun. Put it together. I just slapped it on social media. I was like, whatever, bro. Like, it was like 18 million views on Instagram. Like, same thing on TikTok. I was like, oh shoot, like.
And it'd be the ones that you don't even like
care
too much about. Like, it's the ones that like, okay, I'll just do it, knock it out, throw it up, and like, whoa, damn.
Yeah, bro. I'd be like, this one's gonna be a banger. It's like 10,000 views.
Which is still good, you know, good, but like for like the bar you set for yourself, like you always want to hit a certain threshold.
Sure. So I'm gonna tell myself like this year, like, don't really trip off views and likes. And it could be, because there's some videos, I'll be honest, like, I'll do like a working out video and it'll barely get any likes or anything. I'm like, dang, bro, like, I don't like me like that.
It'd be like
that. But like, I told myself, I'm like, bro, no matter what, just put content out. Like,
Yeah.
who cares? Like, it could be a whack video, whatever. Like, as long as you're just putting something out there.
Consistency is
Yeah,
that's
so
the biggest thing. It's like the easiest thing to say to do, but like to actually do it, like it takes a lot of people to actually keep up with it. And I'm not like I'm one of those guys that I'm not consistent like on Instagram. And it's funny because sometimes it's not even about the views, more just the engagement or
yeah,
just having something up. Because
facts.
I got a couple of friends like Raider content creators that don't get as much views like per video as me,
Yeah.
but they drop like every day and they get paid more than
Yeah,
I get. I was like,
exactly,
but it's like
bruh.
because they have so many different like. So say like I'll get like a 100,000 view video
Yeah.
off of one, right? But they'll drop like 10, 20 videos with 10,000 views, but that's
Yeah, same
200,000
thing.
right there. Like just so I was like, okay, it is consistency though, and
Facts.
I know with what you do too. I think like the more you do it, the more people will see it. And what's your favorite thing about doing content though?
Honestly, bro, like my favorite thing, I would say, and I've always told myself, like I just like making people laugh, or even if it's serious, like working out. Like I always thought like of social media as a way to like. At first, it was more for football to show like it's fun, like showing kids like, man,
Yeah,
look at me, like I'm at Oregon or I'm at Boise, whatever. I'm still playing ball, and showing kids like, man, just like they can just see it on their phone and be like,
yeah,
man, I want to be like that dude, or have what he has, And that was like the main thing. I just wanted to use it as a platform to inspire in any way, if it's just laughing or if it's motivation or whatever. So that's probably like my favorite thing. Like I love when people be laughing in the comments, bro. Like I love it,
yeah,
bro. I love because I like just entertaining and making people laugh. So like I would say that's my favorite thing. And the thing I also love about social media is it can really change your life. Like just one
bro.
post can, and that's my motto with social media, which I need to stick to my motto more. Is I always told myself, and I have it written down everywhere, and like in my notes, it's just one away. Like you're one comment away, one
Oh,
handshake away, one view away. Like, I could post something and whatever owner of a company could like this guy's hilarious. Like let me hit him up.
yeah,
Like so you're just one away from whatever you're trying to achieve. So for me, yeah, just honestly the reach you can have, and it's
yeah,
free, bro. Free marketing, bro.
bro, for reals.
People spend all this money, and I think it's really a talent. That's another thing I would say. One more thing about social media is anyone can have a back office, anyone can put up money, but if you're not good at marketing, bro, or not good in front of a camera, your company won't really succeed like
That's
that.
true.
Like bro, there'd be companies that they're just so good at marketing and like social media, but their product is buns, like compared to like the
Yeah,
guy who's doing it the right way, like but doesn't have good marketing, but they'll buy his stuff.
yeah,
Like marketing's everything. Like it's just plain and simple. That's why I like social media, because if you have a talent with it, if you're good at it, bro, it's such a gift. Honestly.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I agree with you on that. Like to your point, like one of my favorite things is honestly, like the doors that it opens. Like
Yeah.
you never know, like the doors that it opens. Like just me doing content, like I've been in rooms that I never thought I'd be in, and I know
Yeah.
for you. So I wanted to ask you that, like just to get on that point too, is like if you want to talk about it, like what is like one of the big opportunities that you've gotten from just doing content that you thought you'd never.
I don't want to talk about it. I'm just
Okay,
I'm
okay,
joking. No, I'm joking.
okay.
I'm joking. I'm joking. Yeah, nah. I mean, shoot, social media has allowed me to work with Gatorade, like a sponsorship from Gatorade. Like what, bro?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
grew up
yeah,
drinking Gatorade, like,
yeah.
and I only thought, really, like the only time I could ever be sponsored by Gatorade is like I'm playing ball.
Oh yeah,
Like,
that's true.
so like I would say that it's opened up brand sponsorships. Uh, met a lot of famous, like, just random people
Yeah.
who like, um, so yeah, social media I feel like has just grown my network so big, like,
Hmm.
and that's the thing I think is very universal is happiness and laughing, and if you can make someone laugh, if it's Bill Gates, you can make him laugh, or a random guy down the
Yeah,
street,
yeah.
like it's all like you still make that person happy, and if you can make somebody laugh or make them feel good or feel good about themselves, they'll want to work with you.
That's true.
So yeah,
So what advice would you give somebody trying to start content, like in the same realm?
yeah.
What would you tell them?
So I had it's gonna sound cliche, but like I was at, I don't know if you heard of Live Golf. It's like kind of like the new PGA. It's like but hyped up.
Okay.
Like, so I was doing that last Super Bowl, and I was with the Nelk boys. They were
Oh
dope,
yeah. Okay.
super chill. And I asked the same thing, and I don't know if you know Big Dogs TV too is
I
another.
do. I
Yeah,
do.
yeah. So I was with them, and they're like, bro, it's honestly, dude, it's consistency, bro. It's like
It
it's
is.
cliche, bro, and we just talked about it, but that's all. It's kind of with everything, right? If you want to go to the gym, you're not gonna see results if you just go once in a while. Like
Yeah.
it's just consistent, and that's the hardest thing for people is just to stay consistent. It's hard for me as well. Like
Mhm.
you got to be, so disciplined, even when you don't feel like doing something. You know, you just go ahead and get up and do it, right?
Yeah.
So someone starting like whatever, and stay consistent. And if you're posting every day, and let's say for a couple months and nothing's really hitting, probably got to change up.
It's probably you. No,
Yeah,
I'm just joking.
it's a you problem. Nah. So I would say stay consistent, post often, engage with others. Whatever you gotta do, make engaging content. And what I think too for social media, I used to look at views and likes, but the biggest thing I try to aim for now is comments and shares.
Shares, yeah.
That's all that really matters.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you could have, if people are commenting, it's gonna push, like, push out to the algorithm. Like you could have like, let's say you have like 1 million views and like no comments.
I don't know.
Yeah,
You
I'm
bought
saying-
your views.
Yeah,
not
exactly, right. But I'm saying like that happened. Like, but if people are commenting, it's the algorithm or whatever. It's gonna
Yeah.
push it out. So aim for comments and shares, not views, and
Yeah.
I think you'll be fine. Stay.
And it's crazy because like the comments, like that's why a lot of controversial like content gets like more love, and people are like, why don't they talk about positivity or so? It's the same thing with like ESPN or something. Like they'll talk about controversial stuff. It's because it gets more engagement, and that's what people live off. That's where the
Yeah.
money's at. When people, and it's kind of like, oh, when people post positive stuff, nobody shows love or nobody cares about it as much as
Yeah.
when you're talking about, like, I do Raider content, so when I say, oh shit, the Raiders get Colin Kaepernick, bro, everybody blowing it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then when I post, oh, the Raiders are doing good, nobody cares. Like,
Yeah.
so it goes back and forth, and like you said, the shares and comments are really big.
That's the one of like two things I would say also. I guess to sum it up, consistency is key, and controversy creates engagement. That's like
Controversy does.
creates engagement, bro. That's so live by those two, bro. You be straight. Not
So-
saying go and cuss people out. And
I
like,
know
but
that.
like, but like.
So when we say Kendrick had a mid, no, I'm joking.
Yeah,
I'm just
exactly,
joking.
bro.
I'm just joking. So with the content, with football and everything, how do you balance like family time? Because for me, that's one big thing that's always been something I've always had to work on.
Yeah.
And people don't see the outside, and I know a lot of athletes deal with it too. But for you, how are you able to balance all of that out?
First off, it's like it's the glue, right? It's Savannah, my wife. She holds it down, bro.
Yeah.
Like she allows me to do what I love, and she sacrificed a lot as far as not being able to work out. She was a nurse. She's killing it when she before she had kids, right? So she's put her career on hold. So for me to be able to do what I have to do, and then once I'm finished with all that, I'll have some family time to really spend with the kids. But the good thing is like if you are a full-time content creator or if you are an athlete, like you'll go work out, and then a lot of times you're at home, like spending time.
Yeah.
So if you can, and that's one thing I wanted to do too, was like I was kind of tired of constantly going out to the field and doing skits. So I'm like, let me start just doing more lifestyle stuff, so I can be able to. I
Stay
change
home.
up my content to be with my family a bit more. So that's kind of the way I've been able to balance it. But don't get me wrong, it's sometimes you gotta lock yourself in a room and just come up with ideas, create, and it's hard with the kids. But it's honestly because of her. I'll be honest.
Yeah. That's true though. It's always that, like, if your partner can like understand that and just like support it, I think that goes far for anybody. Like, because if you have somebody that's like, oh, why are you doing this, or going out and not believing in it, then I think that's where it's hard for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I know I've heard a story on Max Crosby and his wife. Like, they were going through it a lot before but I guess he told her, like, he sat her down, like, if you, like, I'm gonna take care of you and baby for life, but you gotta let me go be the best version. Like, that's waking up 5 a.m, going to the facility, come back home 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Like,
and
it shows. Yeah,
it's true. It's very, very true.
It's a big sacrifice, but it pays off though.
And that's funny because her and I kind of had a talk, and I was just like sitting at dinner, and I kind of brought it up to her. I was like, man, like selfishly, like when you have kids, like it's very hard to be the best in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like when you don't have a family or relationship, like you're just like grinding, right? You're just all you're thinking about is ball. But then priorities change, right? Like
Yeah.
I drop football tomorrow for my kids and my wife, right? Like
Yeah.
easily, right? You know,
Yeah.
like no
Yeah. Yeah.
questions asked, bro.
Yeah.
Like so that mindset kind of changed. But I was talking to her, I was like, man, like selfishly, man, like it sucks because like in my head I can't go as hard as I want, like you know,
Yeah.
because at the same time
You
too,
have
like
that thought. Yeah.
right, and it's a big risk too because if you're training that much and traveling, going to different teams, you can't really work either. Like it's hard
Mhm.
to find work, a consistent job, right? So like there's that aspect financial wise too. Like unless you're killing it already in the league, like the
Yeah.
only time you get paid, right?
Yeah.
In college now it's different, but like what it was with me. So like there's a big risk, there's a big jump, there's a lot of things you got to sacrifice, right? So yeah, just like I was telling him, man, like selfishly, man, I want to go train 6 hours, like or train
Yeah.
one. Like I want to train 3 times. If it were up to me, I would train 3 times a day, all
Yeah.
day,
Yeah.
bro. Like you know, like you seen those guys, those fighters from Dagestan, like Habib and all them,
No.
bro. They'll go like a year or 6 months without seeing their kid. Like
Damn.
yeah, like the dude was there was an interview. The guy was like, you just had your son. He was born. Like, what's it like? He's like, oh, I won't see him for 6 months. I won't meet him. I haven't met him yet, but I want to be the best in the world. I was
And
like,
that's something.
yeah,
Dang.
like if you
It's
want to
so-
be the best in the world, I'll be honest, you can't be a family man.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
it's true. Like
that is true.
unless you're just this crazy God given talent, like
Yeah.
still,
What is something that you know now that you wish you knew before?
man, I think I would tell myself, obviously, right, take it day by day, but like just don't stress out the anxiety, like just tripping
Yeah.
off everything. I remember just especially from a football standpoint, worried about what others think, what my coach thinks, which obviously you got to perform well, but like if you handle everything, you control what you can control
Yeah.
and let God handle the rest, man. I think if I truly lived by that mindset,
Yeah.
I think I'd be a lot further than I am now. And
Yeah.
I think it's so easy to with anything growing up. There's just the pressure of right when you're young, you pick something that you want to be. Right, a lot of people do.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like you're chasing that, you're chasing that, you're chasing that, and it's like doors close. You don't always get to where you want to go, but like don't trip. You know, like that's what
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
about. Like, bro, don't trip off all that. Like, you know, life is good. You're great. You know, you get God's provided you for another 24. Like, just
Yeah.
man, just stay consistent, take it day by day, and you know, just control what you can control. You be straight. But I'll be honest, bro. I'll be like we talked about, like all my homies. I hear them on TV. I ain't gonna lie, but there was a point in time where I couldn't watch NFL because
Yeah, yeah.
bro, it would get me pissed, bro, and like.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like even guys that played against, like, bro, I used to smack that dude every play, bro. And he's starting now, like, you know. So that's I guess that kind of goes in with the advice I tell myself. Someone told me, comparison is a thief of joy.
That's true.
Yeah, like
That's true.
so, like that's my thing too. Like, don't triple what others think. Don't compare myself to others, man. Just be better than you were a few hours ago or the day before, and
Yeah.
you be straight. Because if you keep getting better and working on yourself, and your competition is worried about other things, you may not be better than them now, but if you keep getting better, taking
Yeah.
jabs, small steps, and they're
Yeah.
once in a while taking big jumps, you'll pass them up. It
Yeah.
all relates back to consistency, bro. That's everything.
Yeah, yeah.
So for me, yeah, don't compare myself to others, man. I can control what I can control.
Yeah.
Man, that I wish like I had that mindset I have now
Yeah.
to, you know,
Yeah, it,
man.
and that's true though, because like growing up in that atmosphere with that surrounding with football, it's always competition.
Oh,
So
for sure.
it's so hard to at that moment as a young kid, like you're always
Yeah.
looking over your shoulder. Hey, I want to be either QB1, RB1, or competing against each other. And
Yeah.
then when it's college, it's the same thing. So
Same.
you always have that in your mind. And I know it takes a mental hold on a lot of people though too. Like
Sure. And it definitely did on me. Like,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
just like, because you got to think like there's guys ahead, like older.
Yep.
There's guys in your class. They'll they'll sign. Like for running backs, they sign like 3 other guys.
Yeah.
And then there's guys they're signing. Like I'll be on Twitter, or we just signed 5-star running back. I'm like, oh shoot, like damn.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah.
like,
So you think about those things.
yeah, right. But man, if I'm telling y'all, man. Anybody in any field
Yeah.
will work, bro. Just focus on yourself, get better, man. It'll pay off.
Yeah,
It may not
just
seem like it, but if you keep getting better, bro, you'll pass up
bro,
everybody.
especially if you focus on yourself and then just being happy for everybody else. If they get opportunities, like okay,
Yeah.
because
Be
I've dealt with
appreciative,
that too,
grateful. Yeah.
man. And like I'm in the YouTube space, so like it's like when I first started, like it was not really a lot of people there.
Yeah.
So that's how I was able to grow my thing, and then so on and so forth. A lot of people started coming on, and then even some people that come on and people gravitate towards their content more. Like I'm always thinking about it. So one thing I've done like was like not even watch anybody else's, but not because I hate it or hate on them,
Yeah.
but like just focusing on what I can do, what I can control. People support me, and then just I've
Yeah.
been more happier that way instead of like I drop something, I see someone like, oh, then they got a little bit more views than me.
Yeah. Like
Like
compare it.
dang, like what should I do? Because
The
like you said,
worst
like
thing.
it's the
Yeah.
worst thing. But if you focus on yourself and just be happy with that and
Yeah.
just try to get better, you'll be good.
And it's true. Like instead of comparing yourself, I think a great thing to do is you see the good and negative that they're doing, be appreciative of it,
Yeah.
and like even for content or like even idols and people running backs that I grew up,
Yeah,
you could take and do what they're doing and just add your own flavor, your own spin to it, right?
that's true.
And that's great. Like content wise, like some guys are doing stuff really cool, and it's like. Dang, you want to change your mindset to dang, they're doing better than me. This and
Yeah,
that
yeah,
to man, they're really great. I
Yeah.
appreciate them. They're doing awesome. Let me see what I can do myself,
Yeah.
like what that they're doing, but put my spin on it. Or you
Yeah.
could just copy. You know what I'm saying? Like if someone's doing really well,
yeah.
do what they're doing, right?
Shout out Oos
Like,
Gang.
yeah,
I'm
Oos
just
Gang, bro. Chill out, bro. Calm down, bro.
I'm just joking. Okay. One more question I want to ask though, Oos. I always ask all the polys this. Who is on your Mount Rushmore of all time poly players? And a lot of people have their own, but I know everybody
think I already. It's 4, right?
it's four people on the poly Mount all time
Football, yeah.
football.
Man, it's gonna sound. I think everyone says it. Palomalu,
Yep, that's automatic.
big Haloti Nata,
Okay, Haloti.
big Harold Snake, man. Why am I blanking out right now?
I know it'd be getting hard sometimes.
Nah, I literally just talked about this like 2 weeks ago. Otinata, Palomalu. Give me some people who are
you got the Pecos. You got Seau. You got
Seau.
Seau. Some
Geez, there
people.
was one more. Why am I don't know why I'm blanking right now.
Sapolu. There's
Jesse, yeah, Jesse. I was
I guess there's Malunga.
Maluaga.
Maluaga. You see that? Shout out my Lewis, dog.
Oh shoot!
He said it seriously too, like Maluanga.
I know you were like, yo. Wait a second. Nah.
I know it is kind of hard to.
Oh, duh. I'm tripping. I already talked about this. It's all time.
Okay, all time.
TP Troy,
Okay.
Haloti. Shoot, who do we just say? Seau and Panay Sewell.
Ooh,
I don't know why. I was
Okay.
thinking of old heads, but Panay, bro. Panay, bro, like, and they're already saying it, bro, but like, hands down, and for how long he's, God bless him, and I hope he plays for a long time. But I'm gonna call it for how long he plays, bro.
He could be up there though.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, he like allows maybe like he's been playing for how long?
Yeah,
2 years. He's allowed like 1 or 2 sacks, bro. Like
it is crazy.
that's so, to me, Panay, bro. Bro, and that's
no Juju, no
Juju Smith.
Juju. I'm just
Best for sure TikToker, football player. Nah, Juju, hey, shout out Juju. I love Juju, bro.
yeah.
Like, I would say like for the content of football, like if that's how one person I was kind of
He
like.
definitely, he
that's
put
like,
on like.
Yeah, like I loved like the way he was, how he's just free,
He just stopped
chilling.
on. Like he's not like really doing much.
It's crazy, yeah. I don't.
Yeah.
Maybe he wanted to lock in more football. I mean, he got a Super Bowl.
He did.
What's funny is my agent when I was coming out, because he knew I was doing live content, and he was like, "You could do it 2 ways," because Cooper Cup's in my agency, and he's like, "Be like Juju, make a bag," but this was before Juju was really like. He was kind of getting traded around, he was producing, but not like Cooper Cup was. This is when he was going stupid. This was like 21 when I was talking to him, 2021. He's like, you could be like Juju, or he's like, or you can do no content and be like Cooper Kupp and just head down, grind, right? Football player only. He's like,
Yeah.
so you choose. He's like, it's kind of hard to do both. He's like, but it's up to you. But it's funny now because Cooper Kupp is doing content and Juju stopped doing content.
That is
So
true.
it's like
Cooper's like, yeah, I'm almost out of here, dog.
yeah,
I'm like,
exactly. So yeah,
Yeah,
shout
yeah.
out him, bro. He's
hopefully one of these days, like one of the quarterbacks can be up there in the. I know it's good to see that we're starting to get some quarterbacks out there. You know, Tua,
Polly-wise.
Marcus. What about Vita? Vita would be up there now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
He on the
actually,
way though.
Yeah, I somewhat like kind of I used to work out with him in the same group when I was young.
Yeah.
And he's close to like all my uncles because we're all from the same area in the Bay Area. And bro, like, bro, he was so fast, bro. Like in high school,
Oh.
he was running like.
I seen that.
Hella fast. We used to be at the hills running, and bro, he'd be faster than like all the running backs, receivers.
That's
everything,
crazy.
bro. Like, great. And he got when he got to college, he got big. But before that, bro, he was like dang near like an Alden Smith type body, like just like
like lean but big. Yeah.
lean and mean like, and then he got bigger. But Vita's up there too. But
Not yet. But I like it. Panay.
bro, I just feel like for how long he's gonna like play the system he's in, everything, bro. I think he's
Yeah. He definitely up there. So last thing I want to talk about, if you want to talk about it, I know you're coming out with something new, right? New beverage. So I didn't know if you want to talk about it a little bit, kind of give people insight on it.
Yeah, no, shout out to it's called I Can I Will Beverages.
Uh-huh.
Just man, it's kind of more than a drink. It's if Purpose basically had a product, like it's I wouldn't say cater toward the kids only, but it's really starts with the kids. Like for me, like that's huge. And shout out these dudes that started and they brought me along is Cowie and Will they're from Hawaii. I met them out here. You know Cowie as well. And yeah, man, it's just promoting positivity, just being happy, words of affirmation, different things like that. So I just like the fact that even like if you just call it I can, I will drink, or I can, like you just say it's I can, like everyone thinks they're just saying I can, but like you're really putting out words of affirmation into the air, into the universe. And even if it's like subconsciously doing it, you're still doing it. And like you may not realize, but your brain, it obviously it's producing something positive. So like that's kind of what I don't want to like bring up other brands, but kind of what Liquid Death has been doing, but like opposite
of it.
You know what I'm saying? Like and I don't want to like say it's like that's what we're modeling. I'm completely opposite. But if you were to put it in a nutshell, kind of just like
and why can't it succeed, right?
Exactly.
Like, especially if they can, like you can.
So I think the concept, which we haven't released the can, what it looks like, but I think the concept of it, what's going to be inside the can, everything, I think it'll be. I think it's a great time to do it, because if you see, I really feel like positivity is starting to take over. Like you see people thanking God more. Every player is talking about Jesus, everything. Like I think we're at a time where it's a bit more positivity versus like, man, there was like I would see like Doja Cat and like Sam Smith like with devil stuff, like devil like I'm like, bro, it kind of like it's so like normal, you know? Like
it's out there in the world,
like which it still is, but I feel like I don't know. I think it's just kind of shifting into a more positive, God-fearing type of world. So I'm like, hey, man, this is a great time. So around springtime is when we'll fully release everything. But yeah, so it's pretty cool to. I would say I haven't really like I've helped other brands promote stuff, but like this is like the first time like I'm
you're a part of the brand.
Yeah, part of it, in something with those dudes. So yeah, man, I'm excited and in spring you guys.
I can't wait. So I can, I will. So that means you're the I guy, or
I'm the
I
guy. No. I don't know. I don't know what I am, man. I think I'm the
I guy.
I guy. Nah, but
no, that's dope. I can't wait for it though.
Yeah.
We have a couple cans over here, trying to
right here.
But that's good though. I thank you again for coming on the episode and stuff like that. It was I know you're on content, so you could let the people know where they can find you.
Yeah, shoot, man. Instagram, at CYRI3E. And then TikTok, YouTube is Sci-Fi TV, CYFY TV. I don't know. Maybe might start taking YouTube serious again. I don't know.
Yeah, man. Well, that's where my money's at, dog.
Yeah,
That's where my
it's
money.
really like that. Like,
Yeah, I get.
I've heard YouTube pay, like
They pay like if you stay on top of videos, I get paid more there than Instagram. But I want to get Instagram.
shorts, or you do like
I do full length
everything?
videos, yeah.
So
But shorts you can do shorts too.
I remember because when I did an Oregon facility tour, and bro, the video was like I forget, it was either like three or five bands, like because it got hella views.
Yeah,
and I
we can.
monetized it.
Oh, bro.
But I was like, oh shoot! But I stopped because
Yeah.
I remember seeing like the number. I'm like, oh dang.
Oh, is it? Yeah, it's solid for me. But
Yeah.
yeah, definitely follow the Oos, man. But of
Appreciate
course,
it,
you
man.
guys can follow me on all social media platforms. As Simone Raider. Until the next one, we are out.